So, before we get to the explore part of our lesson, we would like to share how we would first get our students engaged. We would start the lesson with some academic language presented through a picture file. This will help activate background knowledge. In addition, we would also use the Circle of Life song to direct them into the correct mindset while having some fun. Here is a picture file I created. A picture file is very beneficial. It'll help all students comprehend the meaning of words through visuals. Picture files help with comprehension and retention of vocabulary words. The images in each slide, as seen here, help the students make connections between their words and their meaning. For example, here we have the word herbivore. An herbivore is an organism that only eats plants. Students will be able to deduct that from the panda eating leaves off the tree. Now, this brings us to our driving question.
How was the energy in animals' food once energy from the sun? We would then watch this short video giving more detail about how this cycle works and how the sun helps to give energy to plants and animals in ecosystems. Students would then use their video graphic organizer to follow along and take notes while filling in the blanks. For this presentation, you can skip ahead if you don't want to watch the whole video.
All of the organisms in an ecosystem need energy, and different organisms get the energy they need in different ways. Some make food through photosynthesis. Some eat other organisms. Others break down the remains of dead plants and animals. How an organism gets its energy determines the role it plays in an ecosystem. An organism that makes food through photosynthesis is called a producer. In most ecosystems, plants are the main producers. They use light energy from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water in the soil to produce food in the form of sugar. During this process, they also give out oxygen. An organism that gets energy by eating other organisms is called a consumer. All animals are consumers. They get the energy they need by feeding other organisms in the ecosystem. Animals that eat only plants or plant parts are called herbivores. Those that eat only other animals are carnivores. And those that eat both plants and animals are called omnivores. I guess that makes me an omnivore. Some organisms meet their energy requirements by breaking down or decomposing the remains of dead plants and animals by feeding on the broken down material. These organisms are called decomposers. Bacteria and fungi are decomposers. Decomposing releases nutrients back into the ecosystem. Wander around an ecosystem in your area. See what producers, consumers, and decomposers you can spot. See ya!
Don't forget to subscribe!
For the explore part of the lesson, we would first have a discussion about the video. What were their key takeaways? What did they observe? And what do they still wonder about? As a class, we would then discuss how the sun helps nurture the plants, that the plants are eaten by herbivores and omnivores, that then carnivores then eat herbivores and omnivores. Then, when different animals and plants die, decomposers help to break them down and provide nutrients for the soil, which in turn helps the plants grow, thus bringing us back to the sun, which makes this whole circle possible. The students would then be asked to create a flowchart poster that would depict how the food that animals eat was once energy from the sun. We would ask students to reflect on the video and the discussion we had to help create a flowchart poster. Take a look at some of these student samples.